Yeah. Are you okay?
Yeah.
How's it?
Yeah, it was alright.
Alright. Do you remember Mario Balotelli?
Yeah, I remember Mario Balotelli.
Player, he was play for Inter Milan, AC Milan, Man City. Remember him?
Yeah.
Mario Balotelli. Well, I don't know. What really happened to his football career?
Well, first of all, you need to know his background and everything about him. He was born on 12th of August 1990 and was born in Palermo, Sicily in Italy, to Ghanaian immigrants. At 3, he was placed in foster care to a Jewish family because his parents, they couldn't afford to take care of him. So he started his football career at Lumazani youth team for 5 years from 2001 to 2006. And at 15, he went on a trial at Barcelona, which was not successful, unfortunately.
Okay, he got trial at Barcelona.
Yeah.
At 15 years old. Okay.
And he later joined Inter Milan at 16.
Oh, right. I remember that under Mancini, isn't he? Mancini was the manager at that time. He signed him from Inter Milan. Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, he went on to play in, I don't know. That's what, like I said to you, well, I don't really know what happened to his career. You know, he's fluctuating up and down. You know what I mean? So when he was younger, as a 15 years old, before he went to the trial, he was considered as one of the youngest prospects in football. You understand what I mean? So he went on to. He's supposed to flourish according to the way where they placed him with his talent and everything, but something I don't know, seriously, maybe that's what we're gonna find out in this session. So he joined Inter, like you said, he's in at 16. Alright, but after the trial with Barcelona, I think he came back to the same Lumazani.
Yeah, from 2006 to 7.
2006 to 7. Then 2007 to 2010, he played for Inter Milan. Right? Then from Inter Milan, 2010 to 2013, he has to go to Man City.
Yeah.
Okay, Man City 2010 to 2000. I'm just reading the clubs. Like I explained to you, he has played for many clubs, right? 2013, he went to Man City. From Man City, he has to go to AC Milan for 1 season, 2013 to 14.
Yeah.
Then AC Milan, Liverpool, I think they come calling. Do you understand? So Liverpool, they come calling, and 2014 to 2016, that's when they signed him. Okay, 2014, 15, Liverpool, they send him on loan back to AC Milan. All right.
Yeah.
Then 2016, Liverpool sold him to Nice. He played for Nice for 2016 to 2019. Do you understand? So after that, then he went to Marseille. Alright, he played for Marseille for 1 season. Then from Marseille, he went to the club. Club is playing at the moment. Brescia. That's why he's playing at the moment. So if you can't, if you watch that, you see that that should be around 9 clubs.
Yeah.
He has played his career. I think he's starting at the moment.
Yeah, he's 30 or 29.
Yes. Okay. So as a player, I asked that question. What was his problem? What really happened to him? Yeah.
Yeah. Before he was and this is one of the Mourinho, when Balotelli, when he went to Inter Milan, Mancini was the manager, but only I think for 1 or 2 seasons, and after that Mourinho came in, and Mourinho recalls one of Balotelli's dismissals in October 2012.
Okay.
This is what he said. He said that I could write a book over 200 pages of my 2 years at Inter with Mario. But the book would not be a drama, it would be a comedy.
A comedy?
And then he said that I remember one time when we went to play Kazan in the 2009 to 10 Champions League.
That's the Champions League, I think. Yeah.
And in that match, he had all of his strikers injured. and he said that he was really in trouble, and Mario was the only striker, and but Mario got a yellow card in the 42nd minute.
That was before the halftime.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when they got to the dressing room at halftime, he spent about 14 minutes of the 15 that he had available speaking only to Mario. And he said to him, Mario, I cannot change you. I have no strikers on the bench, so don't touch anybody and play only with the ball. If we lose the ball, no reaction. If someone provokes you, no reaction. If the referee makes a mistake, no reaction.
No reaction.
And on the 46th minute that they came back on, after 1 minute, he got a red card.
He got a red card straight away, isn't he? I remember that game. It's just to show you the kind of character that guy is. Okay, coach has already spent 14 minutes of halftime just telling you everything, because it doesn't have, like you said, isn't it? It doesn't have any other striker. You are the only striker, I understand me. So already he's on a yellow card already. Right? That means, had it been they go on that striker, you could have had like option to change him, isn't it? Yeah, but he didn't. Let's explain to him. In a minute of second half, red card. That's the second yellow card, isn't it? That's second red card. That's appalling. What kind of attitude is that?
No, it's not, because like maybe all of the football money and all of the inside, maybe it got to his head.
It got to his head?
Maybe. Because he was young, he was like, I think maybe around his 20s at that time, isn't it?
Yeah, I think he's below 20 years of age.
Yeah. So since he was like young, it must have gone into his head a lot, because Mancini said that the problem is because of his age, and that he can make some mistakes. He's Mario, and he's crazy, but I love him because he's a good guy. So Robert Mancini, Balotelli's manager at Inter Milan and Man City, he said this in October 2011.
If you're just tuning in, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell.
Because if you don't, we're really gonna hold you down. Subscribe, please. Subscribe.
Yeah, but Mancini was one that was one that brought him to Inter Milan. It's been like some coaches, they have how would I say, someone that
favorites or
the favorite players, and someone that look up to them as a father figure.
Yeah.
Do you understand?
Like they have the soft spot for them.
Yeah, something like that. So he's been like, okay, when he went to Man City, I think they bought him 21 point something.
21.8 million.
21.8 million euros. Isn't they bought him to Man City?
Yeah.
So when he went to Man City, you understand, Mancini was like, okay, because of the troubles he had at Inter Milan with Mourinho and everything. Okay, when he come to Man City, I'm gonna like give him a new beginning. The Man City, maybe yes, he might even handle him. Even when he went to Man City, a lot of people were like, yes, okay, with Mancini can take care of him. Understand what I mean? To give him that, but
even with that,
it was problem. One problem from another, one problem
to another,
one problem to another, and everything has been problem every time. Every time you open the newspaper,
it's about Balotelli.
I recall there was one time the police, they stopped him as well. He was driving his Ferrari or something. He has 5,000.
Why would he have £5,000 on him?
He got £5,000 on him. Cash.
What's the point? Why didn't he keep it in his bank account or anything?
No, he got cash, and they were like,
somebody could have robbed him. 5,000 in his pocket or something.
And they were like, why are you carrying that kind of such amount of money on you and all this stuff? He answered back, because I'm rich. You understand? What kind of I don't know. I'll keep on saying that attitude. Understand me? It was appalling. It was really bad, because even if the police, they wouldn't leave you or something, being arrogant and something like showing off with that kind of, they cannot give you ticket, they cannot give you like fine or whatever they want to do, they will not forgive you. You understand? And then people will say that
and since he's from a foreign country as well, it's gonna be more tougher on him. Yeah,
they're gonna, and too, he's black skin, so they're gonna be like, police always tough and black, something with the black people and all this stuff. So, but people don't really know what happened. You understand what I mean? Yeah. So they're gonna point it out racism.
Yeah, because of the police, isn't it?
Yeah, they're gonna point it out racism that is because it's black. That's what happened and everything. You know what I mean? You're right, because well, at the end of the day, it's attitude. You know. Yeah. Even speaking of racism.
Yeah. Speaking of racism, sometimes like since there's been a lot more racism in football these days, when people talk about racism in football, one of the first people they think about are like Raheem Sterling or Mario Balotelli, because like I think he's been targeted the most in every team he's been, because in 2009 Inter Milan, they were playing against Juventus. I think you remember this game. Mario Balotelli equalized. They were 1-0 down to Juventus, and he equalized, making it 1-1. But when he was celebrating, there were racist chants from the Juventus fans.
Yeah, from the fans. Yeah.
And that led to Juventus fans being banned from any football, from any of their games for the whole season. And in that season, Inter Milan, they won.
Yeah, they won the league that season. Understand? So, but I think he's making it easier for them to target him a lot.
Because of his arrogance.
Because of
his confidence. His overconfidence of himself.
Of himself, right? Okay, let's just use that word.
Yeah,
he's overconfident of himself.
Yeah.
But people, because of that, they might portray it as arrogant. Understand? Most times when you're overconfident, people will always turn that to arrogance, isn't it? So
like selfishness or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. So yeah, you know, he's been, like you said, he's been targeted every time. Whatever. I remember in Man City, there was a time he scored a goal. He showed his shirt, isn't it? Why is always me? Remember?
Yeah.
Yeah, he showed that. Why all me? Why is always me? Something like that.
Yeah, I remember that.
You know what I mean? Yeah. So he just put his jersey over his head to show that that's not why it's always me. Understand? It's not that he's always in. There's a lot of other players. There's a lot of other black players. Understand me? Playing football. But when you make yourself target to people, do you understand me? When you make it easier for them, do you understand? It's gonna be like it's always you. Do you understand what I mean? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying about that, you know. About that. Yeah.
And wait, so if you think the fans, they're trying to distract him from his game, then you're trying to like say that they're distracting him from his like stuff in football, should racism be allowed then, if for distractions, as you said?
No, it's not like racism should be allowed in football. What I'm saying, like I said to you earlier, is when you make it easier for someone, or when you give someone ammunition to shoot you back. Do you understand what I mean? They make it easy. That's not right. For example, in a game, fans, they always look for
the bad things about you.
About stuff just to make you to distract you, to lose
Mm-hmm.
concentration in a game. Because fans, they are there for their own team, isn't it? You know, anything they can do to make their team win in that game. Do you understand? They will do it. But there are some of the arrogant ones, or some, how will I say, the hot-headed, and some of them that are like, how will I say,
they can easily get angry.
There's a word I'm looking for. I'm talking about the fans.
Mm-hmm.
Should I say immature, or some of the fans that, how will I say that, those that they don't really know why they are there. There are some fans that don't support the team. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
There are some of them that are like, most of them are also, okay, they are educated as well, right? But should I say arrogant, or should I say that they
don't care about other
people's feelings, something like that. You understand? So they can do anything. Do you understand? Just for their team to win. In order to do that, what they normally do, sometimes they look for weak point of the player. As if a black player, they might use racism part of it.
Yeah.
They start chanting, looking for stuff to distract you, something to make you angry. You understand? In order for you to like lose concentration in your game. Do you understand what I mean? So if you remember in Inter Milan, when Inter played against Juventus, right? That time, they were chanting. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Because they were winning, isn't it? They were chanting racism chant on Balotelli. Why? Just because they know him. He's gonna react.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? He's gonna react. Once he react, most times you're gonna like say, I don't want to play anymore. You lose interest. At the end of the day, when they win the game, what's gonna happen?
They don't care.
They don't care. So you understand what I mean? But that's not right. It's not supposed to be like that. You get what I'm saying? It's not that that racism is cool, or something. No, they're taking it to the limit. Do you understand? Sometimes they call the kind of names. If you stay with some of the fans, what they say when they're watching the games, you'd be like, what? And those kind of some of them are parents. They are there with their children, and they say a lot of things.
The children will come and take that from them.
They take that from them. A lot of F words and a lot of things they were chanting. They even call to someone names. They call someone names that are already dead. Their parents is dead. Stuff that they know about you that are bad. That's what they're going to use against you. Do you understand what I mean? So you just fucking football. And when you see those kind of people tomorrow, they're wearing their suit, going to work, you'll be like, what? You see the same person? Mm-hmm. Do you understand what I mean? So being in that vicinity or being with their friends watching that game as fans, some of them they turn to animal. Do you understand what I mean? So yeah, but like you asked me, it's not like if it's good. No, racism is not allowed. They shouldn't. They might use something else, right? They shouldn't use someone's skin or something like that to target the person. You understand what I mean? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna say on that.
Yeah, and speaking of him like reacting back, he reacts a lot to the stuff that they say, but should he have handled it better?
If Balotelli should have handled it better, mm-hmm. Yes, he should have. Like if you watch, remember you said something about as well when you talk about whenever you say something about racism, mm-hmm. You're looking at like
Raheem
Sterling. If you see Raheem Sterling, the way he reacts, mm-hmm. He controls his emotions, right? Because he's just focused on his football. Mm-hmm. Do you understand?
Yeah, he used the football he uses his football to say words back to them.
Yeah, he's concentrating his football, mm-hmm. And when they start like booing him or making some comment about him or just chanting, he smile and move. Mm-hmm. The next thing you see, he's gonna score a goal against you. Do you understand what I mean? That's what he does, and
they don't do it that much anymore.
Yeah, because they realize that it doesn't get to him. Mm-mm. Do you understand what I mean? But Balotelli could have done the same, but everybody's character are different, and it depends on how some people they are, because most of the football players they have PR, right? Mm-hmm. Okay, they have people that give them advice and other stuff. He might be someone that doesn't take advice from anyone. Do you understand what I mean? Like you said, he believes in himself. You understand?
Yeah.
Overconfident in himself and all that. He could have handled it better. Do you understand? He could have stopped. But I think he has attitude problem.
Maybe.
Yeah. Seriously, I mean, I think he has issues and little issues with attitude. Because every manager is under, they all complain about him. You understand? He's played on the Mourinho the same. He has the same complaint.
I know that he's older and more mature. He's not like he has any excuses about like he's young. He's getting money, all of that stuff. He's older and matured now, mm-hmm. So he has no more excuses for anything.
Yeah, but he could have flourished more. He has ability, a lot. When we're talking about his talent as a footballer. Mm-hmm. He was up there with people like Ronaldo and others that when he was young, in their age, he was among one of the best, right? He's tall, he's strong, he has pace, he's skillful. I mean, looking at his, he can play with both feet. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have any weaker feet. Do you understand what I mean? Mm-hmm. So he has all the attributes as a footballer. He's supposed to like flourish more. Understand? He's very good in the air. Do you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
Penalty wise, he scores penalties a lot. Free kick, he's very good at free kick. So God blessed him with talent. Do you understand what I mean? But mostly if we realize that, you find out that talent is not complete without attitude. Do you understand what I mean? Most people that the downfall is always their attitude that always bring them down.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I mean? So it's not only about the talent and all that. Understand? So that's why I say that had it been like he handled himself more, that he took control of his life, I realized that he was blessed with a lot of talent, a lot of things. He could have been, his football career could have been a different one. He made money. Do you know what I mean? He made money. He was successful. Do you understand? But nah.
He could have been more.
He could have been more. He could have made more. He could have been. I'm saying he was a good, very, very good player. So his attitude wasn't really something to write about, for real. You know, he has all the talent. He has all the attributes to become one of the best. But from Man City, after playing for Man City, his career started going downwards. Even Liverpool, when he went to Liverpool, understand me, we thought that he's gonna be like flourish from there as well. Now he's no more under Mancini. Maybe, let's see. They gave him opportunity as well. One season, that's it. Come. They have to send him back on loan to AC Milan. Do you understand what I mean? It's just like, it wasn't, I don't know.
Yeah. And speaking of Mancini even said that I told him that if you played with me 10 years ago, I would give you every day maybe one punch in your head. That there are different ways to help a guy like Mario. I don't speak with him every day, otherwise I would need a psychologist.
See, I would need this. That means like, come on, someone is hard to manage.
And he also said, but I speak of him because I don't want him to lose his quality. If Mario is not one of the best players in the world, it will be his fault. He has everything. Mario can be one of the top players in Europe. I don't want him to lose his talent.
Yeah.
Mancini said that on 6th of April 2012.
Should be 2012. That's he said that time. Understand? Because when he was having issues with him as well, it was like every even in training. Sometimes there's a rumor that they even fought. Seriously, he was pursuing him in the training. Understand? But they put it under the radar, isn't it? Because it's just like everything that in the training, people don't take it serious because of the stuff about his attitude. Understand?
Yeah. And also he also said that I finished my words for him. I finished. I love him as a guy, as a player. I know him. He's not a bad guy and he is a fantastic player. But at this moment I'm very sorry for him because he continues to lose his talent and his quality. I hope for him he can understand that he's in a bad way for his future and he can change his behavior in the future. But I'm finished.
Yeah,
he said that when they played against Arsenal and he got a red card.
Yeah, you know, looking back to his career, if he's honest to himself, he would say that yes, he messed up. Do you understand? Money as a footballer, there's money. You're gonna get money anyway. Do you understand? But it's after your career, people start looking at you, right? When after your career, people start looking at you. What legacy did you left? Do you understand? When they say your name, what will people remember? Do you understand what I mean? So whenever you talk about Barwuah Balotelli, what will people look at? What would they remember about him now? They were gonna look at him as a stubborn person, as a troublesome person. Do you understand what I mean? It's always like there's always one issue or another with him. Do you understand? So it's not that we're targeting him or we say a lot about him or something, right? Footballers, kids that are growing up, they're looking at them as role models. You understand? And as someone that looks like me, you understand? A brown skin and all that, you understand? We don't really have much saying there. We don't have much representatives, even coming as a coach or something, right? So those of them that are there, that have the opportunity, they're supposed to use it wisely. Do you understand what I mean? So coming from an immigrant parent and all that, being adopted, that family, he took their name Balotelli. Do you understand? Previously it was Mario Barwuah, isn't it? That's his real name. So he took their family name Balotelli. Understand? So he started flourishing with that. He could have done more. He could have, do you understand what I mean? He could have done more. Instead of putting your character, your life into a fiction, something that you see in Nintendo. Do you understand what I mean? That because Mario character, there's a Mario character in Nintendo, do you understand that? So that's when you put your fiction on, start behaving like that. It's a letdown. Do you understand what I mean? So footballers out there, most of them playing. If you look at Marcus Rashford, look at Sterling. Do you understand what I mean? The kind of role models they are turning out to be. That's what we're looking at. That's what we want. Do you understand what I mean? Him, it's not that we're targeting, or like I said to you, we're like bashing him or something. No. To me, I know that he's gonna, if he looks back now, his career, the way he went, he could have done more. He could have done better. Do you understand what I mean? He could have done better because he got everything that other players are looking for. Do you understand what I mean? He was one of there was a time even his dressing and everything, he dressed well. You know what I mean? He got all the attributes that people are looking for. But he used his attitude and everything to mess. Seriously, his career didn't go the way it's supposed to, the way we looked at it to be. You know, that's what I'll say about him. Alright then. It's a good session.
Yeah.
Alright.
Thank you for having me.